That's what I think this is.
Maybe. It's really weird.
Huck
I mean,
into Huskar.
yeah, I mean, if you put the... Okay, so it is carry Huskar. I was going to say, I think this lane is impossible for Slardar.
While New and Planet look to contest the small camp pull, which Riddies has got off. Very difficult to deal with this Faceless Void in lane with your two heroes here. And if we add a third one from NAVI coming in with the Bane across onto New's Bristleback, they've got all the damage in the world to finish him off. And now a Nightmare. So make sure they got the juice, gets away from the Napalm stacks. They'll take the first blood and be happy with that.
I was thinking maybe he can get close if you land the bash. Time walk coming off cooldown, but nice rotation. How are you fighting this Huskar? I think the easy answer is you don't, because I don't think you can. Your support is not as strong. Nightmare, he actually managed to pull him out. Zayat actually outplaying him on the other side.
I'll lose Planet, but Niku's going to get rolled on here by the Echo Storm. Another touch of damage will do the trick to finish off the puck. So all things considered, we get the Shrines of Wisdom going 1 for 1. No two ways about it. Shiro now over 4k net worth, well on his way to armor, just a recipe away. Na'Vi trying to move and play through this Niku puck. Into mid with their 2 supports. Again, they're lacking lockdown, so it is a bit challenging here to finish the job. Thankfully, though, he can farm a little bit better. I'm not saying it's good, but it's a little less noisy in that bottom lane. As Na'Vi keep positioning themselves forward here, the 3 heroes get back on top of Planet. A Flame Break tries to bump them away, but Niku's picked up another kill in this mid lane.
Taking one out of Kaori's book, drops the golem in the mid lane.
Oh, we love to see it. But it's a long cooldown spell, and like the actual... Oh, hang on. Storm is onto the Bane. Ice Path over the top. Chain stun up Zayats and take him down. The golem existing on the map.
Maybe there was also thinking that there's going to be some stacks in the triangle. We can clear the stacks with it. But they already managed to clear some of those stacks early on. And the tower is going to drop. Oil.
Niku is like this little mosquito. You know, when you're trying to fall asleep, it just gets into your ear. You can't quite catch it. Non-stop. Floating around your head, killing off all these little supports. An absolute nuisance. Now at 4-1-0, occupying this enemy Ancients area. With the arrival, though, of Echoes and New, they'll have to TP out. A lack of stuns there, again, apparent, as Na'Vi simply TP. Shiro was walking towards the pit, but he's smoked up with Planet. They've got Lasso ready. The Flame Break's not good enough to push him in, but with the Storm and the Huskar there, plenty to chuck into PMA.
Yeah, not sure if Lasso was needed. Inner Fire, 3 points in it. That's a long duration silence, 2.5 seconds. But I just wanted to make sure he didn't die a single time. He is continuing to farm up. I want to see when this Huskar comes online. Shiro did manage to get 1 kill, and there's the grip. Any kind of kill they can get,
yeah,
should be good for them.
Like losing Zayats here, still going to feel pretty good. You're forcing that reaction out of Tidebound to come back to their side of the map behind their tier 1 and defend things.
We'll have to see. There is move. Niku with coil ready. Planet, first point of contact.
Moves on in. Niku, coil at orb. The Firefly over the cliff tops, trying to get some distance here, but a chrono on 2 of them. Got the juice, will collapse in onto the Bat Rider, and then sprint away from New. No point sticking around.
I think it's Roshan time for Radiant team. They just use coil, they use chrono. There is golem available.
The Huskar and a Bristleback. Roshan is an inevitability. It does feel like this could have happened 2, 3, 4 minutes ago. As Planet and Echo's going to lasso up Zayats down south. Bane, yet again, the fodder to try and protect one of his cores, allowing PMA to slip away. They could find Faceless Void down here. Got the juice is on his own. He just farmed this additional camp. He just time walked. And they've got the Blink Lasso straight in onto him. The Huskar's damaged. Time walk, not going to come out. An important pick-off here. Try and levy this advantage for Tidebound to open the map up a little bit more. But they have to be so wary to not give something up now. They've made 1 good step forward. They can't make steps back. And Zayats is looking to make an unforced error here. With PMA and Niku arriving, they get Nightmare onto Storm, into chain stuns. And with a grip, it's easily done. The longer you drag this game out, the bigger Got the Juice gets. And I still have to keep giving props to Zayat and Niku. I think that their move... Oh, they're going to lose Niku here. That's my fault. Lasso and the Vortex from the Storm and the Bat Rider. Going to kill him off. But the thing is, he dies this time.
Sieging the towers, tier 2s, tier 3s, they can... Like, there's a lot of team fight on side of NAVI. And
they're going to clash
they are ready to take that fight.
Niku face shifts up. They get the bombs on the Storm and Huskar as Riddies is getting blown up. He does get a few heals out, but he's found now as Shiro turns to battle into Got the Juice. NAVI realizing this is not a great fight to take until they get the grip and crush onto Storm. Echoes down.
Got the juice.
And Tidebound still trying to get this Shiro Huskar onto a target. They get the 2 support kills and an Alpha Wolf as well, but Niku and Got the Juice. In comes the Chrono. The damage is good from Niku. They're focusing the Huskar now. PMA can land a crush with the Corrosive Haze and the damage in towards Shiro, but he turns with the armor toggle. Satanic in a second as well. Another life break back in, and Huskar is just godly. Stands and delivers. A mega kill streak for Shiro, and even with Navi's perfect execution, they didn't have enough. A tactical decision that we've seen Navi kind of shift towards in their last few games. At the start of the tournament, you know, they had a bit of a shaky one, trying to meet the tempo of teams like Maus and Falcons. But as the tournament has progressed, they've looked more and more like they want to delay the game to hit this mid-game timing. But I don't know if they can fight back at this point. A quick lasso back on Zayat, gets the kill on the Bane. Your buildings are falling. PMA is going to jump and crush to try and hold Shiro back, but you've already glyphed to do that.
It seems like you're going to be losing those barracks. Pretty much this Navi's lineup, you need to commit. In this situation, if you go for one bad fight, you might just lose the game off of that, because you need to commit with all these big ultis.
They don't quite see him. Oh, they will now. Uplink Lasso is there. Riddies. Does he drop the rock here? Can he? With the wand and the lotuses, he can't.
He's
they turn on Shiro. Huskar is BKB'd up, and they've got the control on the Faceless Void. Got the Juice with BKB himself. Time walk in with the Chrono in the back, aiming for the Storm. Echoes is the focal point, and he will get blown up. Shiro, Nightmare now, trapped in the coil as Navi buy back the Warlock so they get the bonds down onto a number of heroes and force Tidebound to retreat, but they're not allowed to retreat. PMA, with the help of the rock, dropped in onto them. Shiro will turn and try and life break back into the fight. He's stuck in the soup, though. This will allow Niku and Got the Juice to move back in. They've got him down. Huskar's dead. The raid boss has been defeated, and Tidebound has been held back outside of the Na'Vi base, and this game has been toppled. And Na'Vi have this observer ward on high ground in the triangle that sees the Bane and the Huskar approaching. A Nightmare to start things out, and a Grip as well. They got off the Ghost Scepter, and Got the Juice, got off his BKB. He's going to straighten off the Hero with a Chrono there. Aiming for the Huskar, he's just done for. Echoes will come back in, but there's very little he can do as they turn quickly onto New. The Nightmare will drag him back in towards Got the Juice. Yules in the sky, brought down with a thud and a crush, a bang! As Got the Juice picks up a triple kill.
Oh, that was a perfect Chrono. Right on top of him, but he was about to use Satanic, doesn't get the BKB off.
You dare show your face in front of Lord Zayat? Absolutely not. What's this? There's not mega creeps, there's still the range barracks middle lane, but it's getting close now. A Hex, protected a little bit with a Nightmare there. The Lincoln's load is up on the Void. Jump in from Niku, aiming for the Bristle and the Huskar. The Faceless Void, struggling though, dying the first time, still holding Chrono and BKB though. Gotta be wary as Tidebound here, how you continue this fight. It may all just be lost already anyway. He's there on the Huskar and he's got plenty of damage. They're trying to heal him up, and PMA's in with another crush. Niku and the rock dropped on their heads. Tidebound, yes, you bought back your Huskar, but for what? He's gone in to die. 1 versus 5. GG's called. Na'Vi delay the game until minute 40, and in one fell swoop, just absolutely clapped Tidebound down.
It was pretty much Riddies and Niku keeping them in game when things were supposed to be the most difficult for them.
10 to an 18. He had 1 death out of Wisdom and then 1 death, later on in the mid game, but he was doing just enough in the pickoffs and the nuisance to make sure that Got the Juice felt like, you know what, my team's just doing enough.
I mean, you actually can with the if you play aggressive with the Alc and the Acid Spray, right, with the Jick Hero spells, maybe you can. I kind of like Tidebound this game. I think they have much more aggressive heroes right now and much more balanced lineup overall.
Even though we saw it for the Emo Slaughter from the mid lane did buy it, and then he lost the game immediately after.
Yep. Yeah, it's a rubbish item, that one is. Right in the bin. Non-stop for bombs spam down bottom, but New and Planet Able to give as good as they're taking, and here's Echoes TPing in. It's not just a Warlock kill, it's got the juice being taken down.
Navi needs these type of kills. I like the items that he's going for. Good amount of stats, Orb of Corrosion. This is extra bit of a slow, extra bit of damage that is coming out.
Zayat. Disruption was on cooldown until right there. He used it as fast as he could, but it was all too late. Well timed by Shiro to get the concoction forward. Found a kill on him. This makes things a little more dangerous for PMA as well, because this concoction on a pretty low cooldown just being spammed out by Shiro and TPing the Nature's Prophet up top, or thinking about it anyway. They don't even need him. Y and Shiro will get the secondary kill in this lane.
These are the type of kills that they need to get. Even Riddies is getting ran at. Should be a kill here. Neo gets it, extra bit of armor.
Wisdom Shrine in 15 seconds as well. Y and Shiro both here contesting Zayat, who's dropped to half health. He doesn't feel comfortable stepping up, but they've elicited enough of a reaction. The Tidebound are just going to fall back on the left side while playing aggressively on the right-hand side. Got the juice. He's going to die to Planet and New over here. Contesting the Shrine. Got the juice, turns and burns. Gets the damage down onto Planet. Kills off Axe. Picks up a double kill, surprisingly, while dying to Echoes in the end.
This time, it seems like cheap damage. Chrysalis is going to be the item of a choice, but I like this. Them trying to invade, they just need to be slightly more careful. If they bring the numbers, New, half HP.
Risky, honestly. Echoes is going to TP in on top of them. The Sprout blocks the retreat. They're going to try and cut through the trees, but a Blood Grenade and some more slows towards Got the Juice. They'll banish up the Axe, turn onto Y. The cooldown comes in, and New is in trouble. Blasted by the damage on top of the Fatal Bonds. And Echoes gets grappled upon. Niku closes the gap onto him, so a double kill emerges for Got the Juice. Ancient stacks were defended, but they lost 3 heroes for it.
Not putting too much pressure onto him, and again, they really want this stack.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want Axe to be able to take it, or the Alchemist. So Got the Juice and Niku will try and clean it up, while Planet and New, they move forward with a concoction channel. Shiro into the back from Echoes as well. Looking at Niku as a target. Dropping the rock on top of Echoes, though. They'll take the Nature's Prophet down a notch. Really traded out for this, but New is in trouble under the rocket barrage. Planet does finish off the Kez at long last, and now Shiro. A tanky, chemical raised up Alchemist can go ham. Launch a concoction into the gyro, get a double kill for him. And Tidebound reclaiming some of their territory, which had been invaded by Na'Vi here.
I can't believe that they try to invade like 4 times in a row, pretty much. And Alchemist, this time he was ready. 12-minute Radiance on Shiro, Tread, Soul Ring, and he got a good amount of gold from it. Game did slow down.
There's a catch up top, though. Na'Vi trying to speed it up. Another kill on Echoes here as Planet does come forward with a shackle and a power shot. But Essence Ring on the Shadow Demon. We're going to keep him alive. And Na'Vi just trying to keep this map as wide as they possibly can. That's how we've seen them play in these past couple of games. Jump in from Shiro and Planet. They found the Kez, locked him up.
He tried to go for Raptor Dance, got stunned, and got immediately killed.
Where it feels like Tidebound have to, twist the dagger a little bit, find big kills. A gyrocopter takedown will be huge here as Shiro and New take the jump on the Juice. Doesn't get off the BKB. The stuns are good enough. PMA Stomp will not hold them back. They might even just chase the Centaur down now. No Stampede, it's on cooldown for 10. And the damage has come through thick and fast. The disruption will buy a little bit of time here, but PMA's death seems inevitable as he gets hounded by his own tier 2.
Just a couple of seconds late. They were going for a connection onto their gyrocopter. Maybe with the disruption save, Blink Dagger on Shadow Demon or one rock could break the fight.
Into that enemy Ancients area. Just giving up control of the left side of the map, allowing Got the Juice to farm on this side with the potential to play into tier 2s. It's a good spot to be in. Y, though, dead as Shiro comes in to protect his Jakiro and kill the Shadow Demon in the trade. New with a 2-man fall with a Blade Mail. The rock is dropped, but Niku's already gone. Got the Juice will turn, and New will fall as Shiro with his BKB running back towards his tower. I really do worry about the longevity here of Echoes. He's going to have to BKB, try and turn and fight with Planet by his side. This Niku cares, getting blinked and called and dunked. Not expecting the full rotation to come in from Tidebound there to protect their profit. Not too far behind the gyro in terms of net worth.
If this Kez doesn't get much stuff done, it does feel like they're going to be outscaled. It's going to be mostly damage from the gyrocopter, but did go for MKB, so investing everything. Seems like this Radiance has been causing some of the issues as well. And they want to jump in.
Blink Stomp onto the Wind Ranger and got the juice. He's going to get called up here with New. The Warlock is dunked and Tidebound have held the pit. A bit of control onto Shiro, but his BKB up, chasing the side, and pulling up the Shadow Demon while the Echo is Satanic. He is sustaining through it. Got the juice and PMA will finally take him down. Niku's coming now, and they're aiming for Shiro in the back lines. They're taking down the Alchemist. They found him. PMA picks up a double kill. Planet, the last one standing for New here, comes in with an axe jump, but it's not to be. NAVI turn the fight. Now they control Roche.
Got the juice. He stood his ground. This MKB pickup coming into a fight.
Then the Aghanim Centaur, sure, on top of the Gyro's own Aegis BKB Satanic, Shadow Demon with the disruption, but also looking at these Lotuses, they've got like multiple great and greater healing Lotuses. So even though we start here with a nice attempt on the Gyro, first life probably...
Oh no, it's too late.
He's in the cart at 1 HP. No, he's dead. Aegis is popped. Now in the Ice Path, they need the Rock Drop. Banishment comes into play. Zaya saves up the Gyro to turn with his BKB. Satanic ready. Shiro trying to stand his ground and man up against this Gyro and the Kez, but Shiro dead. Buybacks available from the two Dire Cores. I think his profit will
Planet
slices him with a power shot.
Holy moly, that was nice. Niu? Can they get more? No BKB, no Satanic. Niku still has his own BKB. He's thinking about jumping into the fight.
Oh, they turn in and blow up the axe. Dead for 50 seconds. Echoes, this is rough for him. Dieback from the Nature's Prophet.
And Shiro also bought back. So let's see how they're going to be approaching this. They do have 4 available, Centaur available.
Got the juices, feeling it. He's pumped up. As Gyrocopter is just going to step up onto your final tier 3.
They need Cart to hit this
Blink
time.
call. Banishment stops it. Cart is ready, but the Gale Force pushing this Gyro back in.
Put him in.
To save him up. Got the juice.
Put him in.
Where's the saves? He's going to turn with a Satanic and the damage comes through. The heal is there. Oh, he's got the juice for sure. Shiro's got for 2 minutes now. And Tidebound, very little left in the tank. NAVI are so close. There it is. GG called. And NAVI will do it.
I like the risk. I like the risk that they did take in this one. And just to be sure that there is enough damage. Vlads came in. First they get the disruption.
I feel like if they understood how to play a bit more aggressive, I think they would have been able to, to up the tempo and, take some Roshans and take some more towers and get more ahead. I feel like the net worth lead was not enough for them.